everyone, and welcome back to part 4 of the Diesel Railfest. Today we're at somewhere. Where are we? Platform signs. Where are you? Could be useful now. Oh, who knows? We are at Staley Bridge. I was about to say that. And we are... Isn't there like a Stockport to Staley Bridge line here-ish? Somewhere, maybe? Well, who knows? But we're here. We're going to take this Class 40. These lovely, lovely Class 40s. They have 4 axles per bogie. They are insanely heavy. These were like the first Deltics, I think, that there were ever... Well, not Deltics, but like the first trains similar to this type. I think they were called Peaks or something, but I'm not sure. But they're really heavy, so they can only operate up in the north. And they have to have those 4 axles per bogie for that. So we'll get the train set up. We'll get the brakes off. We'll get a little bit of loco brake to hold us in position. We'll get our brake timing set up for goods. Let's get the cab light on just for a little bit. Let's get our marker lights. Do you want marker lights? We do want marker lights. We're using the old marker light version because we do have a head code version, but why would you use that when you have the good stuff? So I presume there's like a toilet, or you can walk in there and do stuff underneath there, something or other. It'd be nice if that was modelled like it is on the big US engines, but alas, it is not. Anyway, other than that, there's no DSD in this train, so we'll get our AWS turned on. And let's get some power going. Brakes should be fully released. Yeah, listen to this thing as it motors off. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So cool. Got a bit of sand. We've got some low adhesion situations. I thought we could drive it in the snow. I don't know how often it snows in the north of England. But sod it, it looks very pretty. There's a little bit of cloud. There's no wind. It's just some good old snow fun in this beautiful locomotive. Yeah, these old locos, they do have character to them and everything else. You know, of course, with these locos, you can actually have some survivability in a crash. That is one benefit. What wiper side do I prefer? I prefer that side, so that's okay. But we can get up to 15 mile an hour now, and then in a moment we can get all the way up to 60. I think this has a top speed of 90, wherever that's posted. I'm sure it's posted somewhere. Anyway, max speed. Max speed? No max speed. Okay, that's cool. And into the tunnel. See what it looks like in the tunnel. Yeah, there's the marker lights. They're not quite headlights. They really don't do much. But yeah, that's fine. This isn't one of the really long tunnels. But we do go through one of the really long tunnels. The longer of the two. But yeah, so it should be a fun little journey. These are loaded as well, I think. So how heavy is the train? 1,200 tons. That sounds about right for a loaded train. Loaded oil. Hey, let's go some sand. Try and get some traction back. But pulling 1,200 tons uphill is no easy feat for any engine, especially on a gradient this steep. But we're doing it. We should have traction, so I can let go of sanding now. What are these lights? You've got fault light, wheel slip, and engine stopped, and they're all turned on. Somehow I doubt that. Can I turn the... Oh, I can turn the instrument lights on. Okay, nice. I haven't driven this train either much, so most of the actual driving part is a first for me. Oh, it just looks so good. I do like driving on this route and Tees Valley Line, especially with these heavy freights, because the speed limits do bounce around a lot, so it makes for a more engaging and challenging experience. Nice, and it looks so real, these shots, they do look really real. Except for the bushes, maybe. Okay. This is a really steep hill as well. And if the sail is still on, it should be. I've got no idea how long the sail lasts, and I'm recording this earlier. So if the sail's still on, I would recommend at least go and get the heavy freight pack. I was to give 2 trains, the heavy freight pack and the Class 31. They're my 2 favourites so far, but they're all good. Yeah, it's been a blast from the past. So why is 0 to 10 so much smaller than every other increment? Oh no, that gets gradually bigger, doesn't it? Why does that happen? Oh no, it doesn't. Because that's... Is that just parallax or like visual flaws? Okay, there's no actual cam to look at that. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably equal, roughly. Who knows? Maybe it's just a graphics bug or some poor art. That's fine. Still accelerating, still climbing, going past that, looks like a coal power plant. Could be nuclear though, but I'm going to say it's coal. Sun shimmying off. I love how the snow doesn't fall under the bridges. It's so cool. And does this have the new snow effects? Yeah, it does. Where it's actually piled on all of the components. Because previously, snow wouldn't fall on some things, like it's fallen on everything, even this ladder here. Previously, snow wouldn't fall on like these track clips and some parts of the frogs and such, but it looks like that's been fixed in the preservation update. I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Yeah, it was a pretty massive preservation update that this route had. I mean, we have PISs now and everything. It's so cool. So cool. It's such a nice loco. I think I've got a model of this as well. And you can even see the warping on the side. Oh, that's so cool. And all of the melted snow around the inducts and the exhaust. That is really cool. If you want to argue with me and say that's not cool, then you're just wrong. That is simply the case here. You know, and they call it the BR heavy freight pack, and then there's all the US people watching who are like, oh, 1,000 tons, that's not heavy. The 1950s Northern England is probably pretty heavy. That was a terrible northern. That was a terrible northern accent. I can't do it very well. I used to be able to do it quite well, but I can't anymore. Mechanical banners, my favourites. Long-time viewers know that I like things that move mechanically. Ready. Come on. Oh, wasn't very smooth, but it still did a thing. So that's still acceptable. Can we open these up? No. We can open some of the cars up on other routes, but I'm not going to blame that on Ducktail. Look at the detail of the snow falling. Ah! Why am I here? Who did that? Who did that? Passing through whatever small station this is. Mossley! Oh, it's got some signs. And we're fairly consistently holding this 24 mile an hour. I wonder if we crest the hill ever. No. It's uphill all the way to the tunnel. It should be fine. We'll be fine. Came from here. Yeah, we're about halfway to the tunnel. Is back of the train still in the sun? Is the front of the train ever going to be in the sun? Probably not. Well, it might be here. Okay, so I'll have to get some good screenshots there. Come on! Trees, go die in a hole. Oh! Trees dying in a hole. Okay. Small moment to take some good screenshots there. Oh, hill levels out. Cruising at 25 mile an hour. That's an increase. Are we even still accelerating? Oh, we are. Let's go! That's pretty cool. Okay, colour light there. I think some places on this route still use semaphore, but most of them are colour light, just no AWS on most of them yet. That was still being rolled out. Okay, there's the 26 mile an hour. And now it looks like we've got a tiny bit steeper, but that shouldn't make too much difference. And to anyone who likes using percents for a slope, you're wrong. Gradient ratio is so much nicer. It's easy to visualize and you don't need units. Because for any unit it will work. You could go in like micrometers, but you could go in yards. You could go miles, you could go kilometers. So it's all chill. Okay, come on, do the thing, work. Push it. Go to 27. Wouldn't that be good? We've got this cantilever that does nothing. Oh, steep. Okay. 1 in 125. Yeah, that's quite steep. That's about as steep as it was before. But should be not too much further before we hit the tunnels. I wonder if there are any trains behind us. It doesn't look like there are. If there were, because once we get to the other side of the tunnel, we'll be sweet. Because it's all downhill more or less. Some freight locos down there. It's nice having some freight and some coaches just sitting in the yards. Makes it feel a little bit brighter. There's literally nothing coming. Anything in front of us? I wonder. Oh, there's a 4-car 101 there. There's a 2-car 101 there. Anything else coming? There's a freight train there, or a passenger train, can't tell. And then a 101 that they're stuck behind. But the 101 is not stuck behind anything. That's why quad tracking is good. Then there's you, but you might not. Oh, you might. You're going quite slowly, so it's possible. And there's a bit more happening up there in Leeds. I think that is. It should be Leeds. Still cruising at 25. Couldn't have predicted that at all. Very nice. So I think that 45 mile an hour is on the lead up to the tunnel. According to all one passengers on this platform. Literally just one. Or BR really did wonders trying to get people to use their service. Oh, we're a bit lighter on there. Bit of a more gentle, shallower slope there. So that'll be cool, I guess, possibly. Yo! That is quite funny how all of the... Surely you could just like get that 101 to move a bit faster to some places. Surely that could be achieved. Because when it passes there, then that train should be able to go, and then signal blocks are pretty close together for a rural route. But yeah, maybe the freight stuff, freight timetable is a bit too tight in some places. Possibly. Anyway. We are putting on speed now. Not super quickly, but we are putting speed on. We're up to 28 miles an hour. Wow, that is simply astonishing. And we are getting ever closer to the tunnel. I do like this. This is quite fun. As people always ask, how is this fun? Well, because it's relaxing. You know, some people sit down and read a book. I have to say, I do read books sometimes. There's the admission of implied guilt. No, some people would sit down and read a book to de-stress. I would sit down and drive a Class 40 peak through the rural countryside of northern England in the snow and wait for those lovely snows, trees and everything else to load in the background. I should try and ramp up the render distance, because if I can run this at 93 frames a second, then I could probably increase it a little bit and still keep it at like 60. Anyway, we're really putting on the speed now. We're a whole 29 miles an hour. It's just so amazing. A bit closer to the train. That's a nice shot. Leading into this corner. Oh, signal gantry. Yeah, there's some semaphores. Let's watch the semaphores drop. Semaphore, 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 semaphore. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Semaphores are cool. Except they're only upper quadrant, not lower quadrant. Lower quadrant signals are cooler. Is that a fixed limit of shunt? What is a fixed limit of shunt? I don't see these very often. We just get like a board that says limit of shunt. So I love the way that shadow works, so you can see the shadow from this side, but not from the other side. Yeah, so these you can tell the difference between this and a normal shunt signal because, well, especially in these older filament types, a shunt signal would have this aspect on the right as a white one, so that when it's clear, it'd be two whites, and at danger, it's a white and a red. Whereas these ones, it's a fixed double red and no upper white light, which means it will never clear, so it's a fixed limit of shunt board. Okay, we're not taking the diverging route, we're not taking the loop track. Back on a steep part, so there's no rest for the wicked. Dropping back down to 25, it looks like. I should use that loop track more often. Really should. Oh, another semaphore. That's nice. guess, maybe. Is that another limit of shunt? No. See, this is a normal shunt signal, so it got the white, the red, and then another white aspect up here. Do these have the fading frogs? No, they don't. Non-dynamic frogs. Maybe they are dynamic and they're just hidden by snow. Who knows? Oh no, they're not, because this part of the rail should be covered in snow as well. Oh, that's fine. At least they're covered in snow, because that was part of the update in some cases. But the track clips on the switches aren't. Bit of a shame there. And now we're on the level, so we can get up to, what is it, 60, or is it still only 45? Yeah, it's 60, 65 even. But because we are on the level, we should be able to crank that speed up to that point. Should be very nice. Oh, look at that acceleration now. Oh. Wonder where our friend is. Better not cross in the tunnel. Oh, we're going to cross in the tunnel. Better not cross the other one in the tunnel. Okay, we might cross the other one in the tunnel as well. I hope not. We can get some speed up and leave the tunnel before... Yeah, because he's got, what? He's probably a local train which has how many stops? A whole station stop before we go. Come on, leave the tunnel. Leave the tunnel with speed. Look, you can see the end of the tunnel. Get up to speed. Get the power. Meow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, hitting 40 miles an hour. Wowzers. That is intense. They're not quite built for speed, these engines, aren't they? They're built for pulling. They've got high torque, but high torque, high power, low speed. Yes, clearly. Alright. Is that the end of the tunnel, or is it just in that stupid glitch away thing? Come on, take forever to load your passengers. Take 300 years to load the passengers. Take the diverging route. Oh, okay, don't take the diverging route. Just wait there until I leave the tunnel, which won't be much longer. I promise. Come on, speed, 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 power, 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 speed, 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 speed. Be Jeremy Clarkson. Be the embodiment of Jeremy Clarkson. Go zoom, zoom. Okay, we're outside the tunnel. Oh, I forgot that's how they do the tunnels. They just get equally length segments and just stitch them together. I mean, it's ingenious, but it's a bit dodgy from the outside. There is actually quite a long way. That's fine. As long as you don't leave. Better not. Better not. Better not leave. Better not leave. Better not leave. That's alright. Oh, we're inside the... Are we inside the tunnel? We are inside the tunnel. Wowee. Okay, got a distant on the... Oh, we're outside the tunnel. Clearly this used to be more than one tunnel here. And they're just boxed up. Maybe that's just under construction and they cancelled it during the construction. Okay, you better not move. Better not be moving. Better not be moving. Okay, we're actually going to cross in the open. This is fantastic news. We do need some quite strong brakes now. Okay, Okay, now release the brakes, please. Don't die your speed. Oh, screenshot opportunity as well. Because we're in the sun now. Oh, that is so cool. That is simply very cool. I'm about to pass the station as well. Nice, 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 nice. Meow. Are you leaving at some point? Yes, soon. Okay, we got some screenshots with it in the 101, and now we've got a really steep downhill, so we should be able to get up to line speed of 55 and then 65 coming up soon. So I will leave the throttle on full. You can see the acceleration is way higher now. We've only got the 6 miles to go, and we should get there pretty quickly at 60, 65, or however high the speed limit goes. Should be good. Should be good. Okay, there's a bit of running amp there. Don't know what that's about, but it's happening. I'm sure that's fine though. It's not a problem. Not a problem. No, not a problem at all. It's not slipping, so I'm not going to take any action. I'm sure it's good for a loco as well. You know, it's like a bit of overwork makes people stronger, so surely a bit of overwork will make the engine stronger. You know the logic there? You see the logic? That's flawless, isn't it? Going into a turn? We are going into a turn. Let's just check we're not actually speeding. We're getting close. What happens if we apply full power? Does it throw flag out? Oh, it does throw flag out. Okay, my life is complete. My life is just complete. Anyway, let's jump back to the cab. Go a bit of loco brake so that we don't speed. Let's go a bit more loco brake. Okay, that's clearly not enough, so let's go to the first application. Okay, all good. Okay, and release all of the brakes. Apply all of the brakes again. Why are you shimmying around like that? Okay, I'll go slightly less than full loco brakes. Fastest freight train in all of the lands. Oh, use the window wipers. How have I used the window wipers? I didn't touch anything. I mean, it's points. Points is points, is it not? Okay, full brakes. I wonder if the speed limit could be higher on this side as it was on the other side. Anyway, not long to Huddersfield. I don't know what happens after Huddersfield. I just might turn off on this line or something, or join the main line here and run off somewhere else. Who knows? Okay, bail the air off, put the air back on. Take the pressure off a little bit. Okay, signal clear. cars do we have behind us? 12. Not too many. Okay, 3 miles to Huddersfield, and we have a 50-mile-an-hour speed reduction coming up soon. Let all that loco brake out and just reapply, so I can bail the train brakes off. Now in this steeper hill. This is the best way to kill the loco brakes as well. But there's no damage physics in this game. I mean, like, you would never drive a train like this in real life. It is really quite bad for it. Okay. If I pull that off, does it get quieter? Oh, it does. So that's the noise of the brakes. I'll proceed to do nothing with that information, as you couldn't possibly expect. Hey, we have got one freight train, possibly a passenger train. Better not turn out. Better not. You'll better stay on the route, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so there's freight train number 1, freight train number 2, and freight train number 3 must have pulled off the main line. Kept going. Okay, let's go some service brake. Come on, full service brake. Got to bring the speed down. Come on, slow down. Are you pulling off? No, you're not. Oh, sweet. Oh, it's a freight train. Oh no, it's not. It's a 45. Is it? Is that a class 40 pulling a passenger train? I need to see this. Gee, I need to go full brakes. I need to do. It is a class 40 pulling passenger. I didn't know they could do that. This is a failed train. Huh. Cool. Okay, service brake. Need a lot of service brake because you're going downhill. 100% loco brake's not going to do shit. Okay, keep a bit of brake pressure in, but start pulling it off. Okay, pull the whole damn lot off. Pull the whole damn loco brake off, whilst keeping a little bit of loco brake on. Okay, we're getting caution from that signal there. Oh, this has been fun. Enjoyed this. And we'll just use the loco brake to pull our speed down for the last little bit, if it will pull our speed down. Not looking like it's going to do that. Get a tiny bit of service brake application. Okay, and it looks like we're taking a diverging route, possibly. Yeah, we're going into the loop. Okay, we go a bit of power just so that we don't die of, I don't know, slowness. So cool. We've got ourselves 47 with snow on the roof. Some freight wagons. Class 08 there. It's very fancy. Quite fancy. Okay, we do have to stop. When do we have to stop? Oh, tight to that signal. Is that signal for us? No. Okay, well then there's no rush. Is that going to call a stop? No, of course not. Why would it do that? Yeah, let's have a look at these PIS screens whilst we're at it. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. If anyone... don't die of wheel slip either. That is really cool. Love it. Can recommend. Okay, and throttle off. Full service brake. Full local brake. Okay. Nice. So that's that. Thank you all very much for watching this part. Oh, I need silver medal. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the 52 Western.